I'm again back once again with my guest. And if you like this kind of content, kindly subscribe. If you like my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and turn on that bell so that you get to know anytime that we'll be uploading. Today, I have my guest and I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Hello everyone, greetings to whoever is following this channel. Hopefully you are doing well. This is Julius. Kindly subscribe, kindly turn on that notification button. Always follow each and every update that is taking place on the channel.
So guys, yeah, if you have anything that you want us to talk about, kindly comment it in the comment section. We'll address it. Today, I want to be asking my guest to tell me what that bad trait that is shared between Uganda and Tanzania, and then we'll be discussing that. Is there anything bad that we share? Today, we're not going to be talking about anything good. We want something bad.
Anything bad we share between Uganda and Kenya?
Anything bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, anything bad.
definitely there is one disease called corruption. That one we take a trophy. Both countries we share
We are
that
very
bad
good at
trait.
that.
We are very good at the bad thing,
But
corruption.
which one like is ahead?
Hmm?
Which one has like a bigger percentage of it?
We both have. Both of us have. I don't want to measure it. I don't want to
Hmm.
measure it because it's a bad thing. That's why you feel we are all intoxicated. So
Yeah.
we need to get a solution for the vice,
Yeah.
for the
Actually,
trait,
that's
for the
that's
bad
uh
character.
that's the purpose of this video today. We need to address this corruption, and then we talk about the consequences and how we can actually reduce it. So at this point, I'd like my guests to tell me the consequences of this bad trait to both of our countries.
Yeah, definitely we see with corruption, it actually affects the service delivery because you see, mainly our corruption is in public service. You get it? So we are not where we are right now because of corruption.
Mhm.
I don't know whether you understand me.
Service
The level,
delivery, for example.
the level, the level of development has been
Mm.
affected negatively by corruption. You get it?
Mm.
You see, like just imagine here there's money which would have built good roads, would have put up hospitals, schools, and someone else is picking this same money and taking their kids like study from the US. So it's now the US that is benefiting from our money, and yet we should be benefiting on our money directly because this is taxpayers' money. You see,
Mm.
corruption is not only in public services like against like service delivery. Asking about the consequences.
Yeah.
The other consequence, of course, we can look at it in form of the quality of things we get. You get it,
Yeah.
like the quality. Even the little we get is of poor quality. You find a road someone budgets for it that each kilometer is supposed to take 5 billion. They use 2 billion. You get it, and
Mm.
they put one layer instead of having 3 to 4 layers. They put
Mm.
up buildings which are going to break down instead of having a lifespan of like 100 years. After 20 years, they are just coming down. You get it.
Yeah.
Corruption is also in form of also elections. We have bad leaders as a result of corruption. You get
Mm.
it. Of
Yeah.
course, also stealing votes is corruption. I cannot shy away from it. So we
Mm.
also have bad leaders who are not delivering because of corruption.
Mm.
Our quality of output in schools has come down because of corruption. You find schools are going ahead to buy for their own students exams. They pass such that the school will get a good.
Oh.
the end of the day, it's not worth it because these same kids will reach up and they will still fail. So all those are the negative consequences of corruption. Of course, there are so many, but I've given some of those examples. When you also go on our roads with our police, the car comes, it's in a DMC, it's in a very bad mechanical condition because the owner has got some kintu kidogo, some money to give to the policeman. This person continues. Maybe the car has got a problem with tires. If it has rained and this same car that the policeman has allowed to proceed and the road is slippery, you find it has knocked someone dead, it has also caused all sorts of damages. So, in short, corruption is a very bad disease in each and every angle. Eh?
Okay, I think corruption affects like everything. If we like didn't have corruption, I don't know if we ever like had any problem because every problem rotates around corruption, corruption, corruption. Even people dying due to
Yeah,
poor
definitely would have
roads,
gone for
the policeman getting kitu kidogo,
poor
poor
healthcare.
healthcare, poor
Mm,
like corruption. So at this point, I'm going to ask you,
mm.
how can we reduce or get rid of this bad trait, corruption?
It's a bit tricky, but let me try my
Hmm.
level best. Yeah, because you see, the whole thing is the
Yeah.
problem with this corruption, why fighting it
Mm.
is slightly hard, that cannot stop us from giving a solution.
Yeah.
You see, it's now embedded from nurseries, from our homes. Yeah, you get it. So if you are fighting it, we cannot fight it from up. We need to fight it from down. Just imagine now a nursery kid who is going for leadership still wants to come with sweets and give their fellow kids. No such a kid who has already started giving sweets eh, at that
Yeah.
level. By the time they grow up, they will think it's normal to even buy voter.
But Julius, let me
You get it?
interrupt you.
Mm, yes,
But these, for example, these nursery kids are getting sweets, but they don't have money. So the parents, are the ones who are putting that corruption in your kids by giving them money to buy sweets for their kids. So if you didn't
exactly.
give them that money, they would never buy sweets for their kids to give them votes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to mean. If we are to uproot this bad vice amongst ourselves,
Mm.
it has to start from down. The parent want to know that the kid is supposed to stand campaign, convince their fellow kids to vote them. Then they shouldn't now be giving them money to go buy sweets and buy people instead of talking about ideas. That is, we are talking about now the home and the school. If the parent, if the parents can also take up their responsibility and know that they are raising responsible citizens, should be raised from down. If the
Yeah.
parents can take the responsibility of also not encouraging, because they are the ones who are encouraging even the kids. You buy them sweets, buy them gifts to go and give fellow kids to vote them. If it can start from home, then the religious leaders have also a part to play. If in their preachings, I mean all Christians, Muslims, all kinds of religious sects, hmm, they shouldn't only talk about prosperity. Eh? Let them go beyond prosperity. Let them start teaching the negative effects of corruption. If we are to root it out, they need to also be teaching it in churches. Let people go when they are going on radios, let them hear it from religious leaders. Let also religious leaders preach what they uh, preach by example. Let them not only tell us, let them also do the same. We also need to see these things with our open eyes, not a mere listening. Then when it goes to our leaders, I think they should take up the responsibility of doing what we voted them to do. Some of those were appointed, others who just went there because of their academic documents. That office you're holding is a public office. If you've been given money to buy medicine in hospitals, do the noble cause, because this same hospital you might need it when you are out of the office. I need to remind them that you might be eating this same money that will buy medicine that you would have found when you're sick after when you're out of the hospital. So don't
Remember,
take it. Eh,
remember during
eh,
Corona, those leaders, remember they are not
eh.
building hospitals in Uganda. So during Corona, they could not go outside for treatment. They had to also stay and use those bad services in Uganda.
Exactly. And I think that's why I think we don't learn. COVID was a
Mm,
very good example that would have taught all of us to be
mm,
sorted. But now when COVID has gone, these people have relaxed. So all I'm saying, let
mm.
each and every office holder take the responsibility of why they are holding those public offices. If the money is for the roads, put it for the roads, not for your kids' school fees in the US, not for your trips in Seychelles all over the world, and it you're using public money. Because you see, always this money is always budgeted for. We know that such and such billions are for the schools, are for the roads, are for this and this. So whatever the money has been budgeted for, take the responsibility, take the noble cause. Eh? Stop being selfish. Do what is right. That's all we are asking from you as our leaders. Do the right thing. Also, the citizens, let us also try to do the right thing. Because you see, sometimes it's us who are promoting corruption, even like especially with the police. You come talking on phone, you reach the guy, you don't want to be given a ticket, you give some money. So you find it has become also part of us. So let us also become responsible as citizens as you're trying to as we are trying to tell our leaders to be accountable. Let us also be accountable ourselves.
But for me, this corruption is like it's now in our blood. Are there like some countries which have no corruption?
No, you can't root away corruption all over the world, but most of those countries are at a minimum. You get
Yeah.
it? There is manageable corruption. Ours is beyond. You see, even a sweeper, the university also wants you to give them money to look for your transcript, eh? Which is the responsibility of the university to just give you a document and go. Eh? You see, even just being admitted at the university, someone has to pay money. Eh? And yet, mm, so this kind of the corruption we have is beyond. I
Mm.
don't think you can find a person in the US trying to eat or the UK trying to eat money for the healthcare system. No, that can only happen in Uganda and Kenya. So we need to pull up our socks. Eh?
Yeah.
We are laughing about it, but it's bad. At the end of the day, what goes round comes round. These same office holders, ours, ourselves, are to blame just in case of any disaster, like we saw with COVID. COVID came, our health care systems were overstretched. There are no gas cylinders for oxygen. There are no beds. All the hospitals were full. You get it? It was
Mm.
a disaster. Actually, COVID showed that we are not even supposed to be touching money for hospitals. Whatever we budget it for, we are supposed to be doing it there and then. Eh? So let it be a collective responsibility of everyone fight it.
Okay, thank you so much, Julius, for your wonderful words. I think this video will we will pick something at least from it. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, kindly subscribe and turn on that bell so that you always get to know the next time that we'll be uploading. And if you have anything that you want us to talk about, leave it in the comment section. We'll research and talk about it. Thank you so much for watching. And Julius, you have anything to say before I say bye bye to our viewers?
Corruption is a cancer that
Yeah.
has to be fought from top, from down to top. It is everyone's responsibility to curb this kind of cancer we are talking about called corruption. It's a collective responsibility for everyone. And my prayer is surely our leaders should take responsibility, do what they are bound to do with the money which is budgeted for those same services. Parents should stop encouraging their own kids to be involved in corruption. Our schools should also try, because you see this thing is all over. It's not in one side. That's why I'm trying to talk
Yeah.
about all these things. That's why, of course, you go to schools, go to the police, go, even these services we're supposed to be getting free of charge. Just imagine like getting a national ID, passport. These are services which are free of charge as long as you've paid for the document. But you find you still need to inject in more money to get
Yeah.
the document you are supposed to be having. So, in conclusion, I think it's a collective responsibility. Let each and everyone do their part. Let it be fought from all corners, and we meet in the middle as we are trying to see the results. As we're trying to see the positive results as a result of fighting corruption. We need to see the results, and the results are supposed to be positive. So there's nothing much I have to say about this. I think you can close
Yeah.
the
We can say
discussion.
bye. We can say bye bye to our viewers. I had already closed. You have
Okay.
it closed, then we say bye. Bye. And thank you
Okay. Bye
for,
bye.
yeah.
Nice flowing.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.